and the last game that has to do with weird exchanges and teaching you not to be afraid of them. It is the game between Vassily Ivanchuk and Viswanathan. Viswanathan is black and he's gonna win this game. So I'm gonna go relatively fast through first moves until I come to the critical position. So this is Sicilian, standard opening moves. Expanding on the queen side. Now both sides are gonna expand on the opposite wings because they castled on the opposite sides. Okay, so this is the key position. As I said, black is expanding on the queen side, and black and white is expanding on the king side. Now here, black played rook b1, preparing b4 advance and opening up the king. White played knight d5, and now Anand took, and here Anand took with the pawn. So this looks pretty ugly. A lot of people would not even consider capturing with this pawn, but let's see what's gonna happen next. Takes h5, trying to activate this rook. Anand took, and then play also another weird move, and this is bishop c4, and this goes against rules that probably all you have already heard, and that is to not exchange your good bishop for the bad bishop. And also, if you have a bad bishop and this is a bad bishop, then save your other bishop. But Anand saw much deeper into the future. One thing that he saw is that, you see, he is going for an endgame, and this bishop is nicely placed here, protecting the king and protecting all of these pawns. So the king can maybe go here and advance these pawns, make a passed pawn. Ivanchuk did not take. Taking would be probably a mistake because now black wanted to activate to exchange anyway, and also he's threatening here now on the next move to push the pawn. So that's why Ivanchuk played b3, Anand took, and rook h3. So you see he made several weird moves, odd moves, from a perspective of standard principles, strategic principles, but he got an advantage, the advantageous position. And why he has an advantage here? Because you see, in the middle game, it is much more important that you have more active pieces. You see, these rooks are really active. When king goes here, these rooks can activate here. This rook is pretty active, also attacking stuff. And white rooks are passive. White rooks only are defending things, not doing that much active things in the position. White defends the bishop. Now king goes up, and now Ivanchuk plays g5. So he was willing to get rid of black's doubled pawn, because there was some possibility of him losing this pawn. For example, if he played this move, then Ivanchuk, Anand could play this move, and then this, and the pawn is lost. So that's why he pushed. Anand did not take, because if he took, then he would lose this pawn, and he probably, that wouldn't be good. Takes, bishop d2. So white has this weakness in the position, so bishop wants to go here and to guard that weakness. Anand goes back with the bishop, and now f3. And you see now clearly in this position why black has an advantage, because he's preparing to push this pawn, and then he's gonna have two passed pawn. So yes, those odd exchanges seemed very weird, but you see, if you try to look ahead a little bit, maybe you're gonna see that they're actually really good, not weird at all. Bishop g. Okay, so white could not try to stop this advance, because he would lose a pawn here. That's why he played bishop g3. Now d5, takes, rook f5. Now white has a threat. If black would play this move, then white can takes, and take with his rook. And then that rook is gonna take this bishop. So that's why black for now goes to c6. Then it is going to go back here to help these pawns push. Defends this too, because white was threatening also. I don't know if black played this move, then white would like to do this, because he would win a lot of pawns, and probably he has a good chances of drawing this game. So Anand did not want to allow that, protected this pawn. And after some moves, so here he played this move because he wanted to prevent this move, because this rook would be active here, and he wanted to kill the counterplay. Bishop goes back, and now king is ideally placed to push these pawns. Okay, activating this bishop a little bit along this diagonal. Anand could have pushed the f5 pawn earlier, I think, not on this move but previously, but I don't know, he did not push it. Activating this rook a little bit more. Connecting the rooks. So black do not have this move, pinning the bishop. And now this move. So black wanted to play this move, but he could not play it in this move, because then white could have played this move, pinning the bishop. That's why first he played this move, and then he can play this, because he has this move, and he is not afraid of exchanges because he has two passed pawns. And now you can if you want, pause the video and try to find a tactical attack here, and it is e4, attacking this bishop, and after he takes, you go here, and now you're threatening checkmate, and you're threatening to take this rook. Ivanchuk took, and the last move is rook here, attacking this pawn and then attacking the pawn. So that would be it, guys. I hope you've learned something from these 3 videos of some weird exchanges, and I hope you are not afraid of them anymore. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.